Hola, hola, amigas, and welcome back to Modern Latina in Midlife. I am your host, Sonia Flores, and I am so excited to have you here today because we're diving into a topic that is incredibly close to my heart. And this is starting a business that truly aligns with your soul purpose. Now, let me ask you something. Have you ever felt a deep, undeniable calling to do work that feels meaningful, purposeful, and entirely you? A type of work that doesn't just pay the bills, but also lights you up from the inside out. If that's you, you are not alone. I think most of us crave something like this. So many of us feel called to create something for ourselves, a business that reflects our heart centered values and allows us to share our unique gifts with the world. Or maybe it's creating something that allows us to get creative and make some money on the side. But let's be honest, this path to making it happen can feel overwhelming and isn't always easy, is it? I get it because I've been there myself. In fact, imposter syndrome is what held me back from starting this podcast for 5 years. For 5 years, I kept thinking about starting a podcast and I kept stopping myself thinking, who is going to want to hear this? And it's also imposter syndrome that kept me from creating my latest offering for 4 years. The Launch Your Soul Based Business Group Coaching Program is a 12-week program with a step by step guidance to build a heart centered business that is fully aligned with your purpose. I had the idea for this coaching program back in 2020, and I was so excited. I pulled out my laptop, because we had extra time. Um, I didn't have as much extra time as anybody else because I was already working online, but I pulled out my laptop and started writing the content, started writing the outline and what this would look like. And probably a couple hours into it, I was so excited. It felt so warm and I felt lit up inside. And in just a second, I just heard this voice inside say, who do you think you are to be running this program? And I shut my laptop closed and never picked it up again. But it's been on my heart ever since. And when that happens, when we keep thinking about something, when an idea keeps coming to us, when it keeps nagging at us inside, that means that it is meant for you. That means that we're supposed to be doing that. It is our guides trying to guide us in that direction, trying to remind us that this is for us. It's our higher self, our soul telling us this is what you're meant to be doing. Since we're talking about what holds us back, let's dive into some of the most common roadblocks that tend to show up for people who want to start a soul-based business. These challenges aren't unique to you or to me. They're things that so many of us face when stepping into a purpose-driven path. And the good news that once you recognize them, you can start to move through them. But we first have to recognize what those are. So let's get started. Let's start with imposter syndrome since I started talking about that. It's that sneaky feeling that you're not good enough, that you don't know enough, or that you'll somehow be found out as a fraud. For soulpreneurs, which is what I like to call the entrepreneurs that are running heart centered businesses, this is especially tricky because your work often comes from such a deep and personal place. Sharing your gifts can feel vulnerable, and imposter syndrome feeds on that vulnerability, making you question whether you're truly qualified to share your knowledge or your talents. But here's the thing: imposter syndrome lies to you. It convinces you that you have to know everything before you start, when in reality, the act of starting is what builds your confidence and expertise. In fact, you only need to be one or two steps ahead of the people you're going to guide. And as you learn and as you grow, you continue to add to your own teachings or your repertoire of skills and services. Next, let's talk about overthinking and perfectionism. If you ever spent hours tweaking your website or a paper that you're writing or second guessing your social media post or the report you've been putting together at work, you know what I'm talking about. Overthinking and perfectionism keeps you stuck in endless planning mode. Perfectionism tells you it's not ready yet. You're not ready yet. I'm not ready yet. But perfectionism, it's not about excellence. Perfectionism is bringing up fear, fear of being judged, fear of failure, or even fear of success. And it keeps you from moving forward. Here's a truth bomb. Your business doesn't need to be perfect to make an impact. People are drawn to your authenticity, to your gifts, your skills, and your services, not to your perfection. They want you to be relatable, and perfectionism is not relatable. Then there's information overload. And this is a big one. In the age of Google and online courses, it's easy to feel like you need to consume all the information and learn it before you can take a single step. You might find yourself jumping from free webinars to books to podcasts, constantly learning, but never implementing. Does this sound familiar? Now, don't get me wrong. I'm all for learning, but the danger comes when you get stuck in this learning limbo. You're gathering so much information that it actually becomes overwhelming. And instead of clarifying your path, it paralyzes you. And then finally, let's talk about the fear of not being ready or qualified enough. This one often sounds like, I'll start when I have more training, when I finish this course, when I feel more confident, when the kids go back to school, or when the kids can drive themselves, when the kids don't need me as much. But let me tell you something. You'll never feel fully ready. There will never be that that there will never be time that magically appears on your calendar. You're going to need to make it a priority and put your ideas first and make it happen. Starting something new is always going to feel uncomfortable. But what I've learned and what I teach in my program is that clarity and confidence come from taking inspired action, not the other way around. You don't need to know everything right now. You just need to take that next step and trust that the path unfolds as you go. So, as you're listening to this, I want you to ask yourself, which of these roadblocks resonates with you? Is it imposter syndrome? Is it overthinking? Information overload? Or maybe that fear of not being ready or the fear of being seen? Let's pause here for a few seconds. I'm going to give you a few seconds to give it some thought. Here's the truth. These challenges don't mean you're not capable. They just mean that you're human. And the best part is they're all things you can overcome with the right tools, mindset, and support. So let's try this little exercise to start to identify that block that is holding you back. It's best if you're in a space where you can get comfortable, maybe even close your eyes. So if you're driving, um, this might be something you might want to come back to. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. When you think about starting a passion project, doesn't even have to be a business, but it could be a business, a side hustle, or not, just a passion project. What pops into your mind? Whatever the project that you have in mind to create, but you haven't yet. Think about that project. Now take a deep breath, a few deep breaths as you think about that project. Can you identify what is coming up for you? Or do you feel something on your body? What's keeping you from starting it? Maybe you feel a lump on your throat or heaviness in your stomach or weight on your shoulders. What is coming up for you and where do you feel it? And if you need to pause this while you think through this and process through this exercise, feel free to do that. Now that you have identified where you feel it or what's coming up for you, can you identify what it looks like? Maybe it has a color. Maybe it has a shape. The first thing that comes to mind, that is it. Trust it. Now in your mind, as that thing you see and or feel, ask it, what is its purpose? Why is it there? Again, allow the first answer that comes to your mind to be the answer. That is it. It is correct. Maybe it says it's protecting you or keeping you safe, or it doesn't trust you to go through with it. What does that part tell you? What is it telling you? It could be a thought that's popping into your head. You may actually hear something, or you could see something, or you just know whatever that message is that it's giving you. Now validate it. Tell it has done a great job at protecting you or keeping you from doing it wrong or keeping you from being seen and heard. Tell it that it has had good reason to and that it's done a really great job at it. Now, I want you to ask that part how old it thinks you are. And now let it know how old you really are. Let it know what your current reality is. That you have a job, or that you are a parent, or that you have a college degree, whatever you feel it needs to know. Share your accomplishments thus far. It could be that you have your own place, that you bought a house or a car, or that you're now married and have a family, that you're the teen mom for your kids. Let it know that you have pets and that you take great care of them. As you start to share these things, these accomplishments, this reality with that part, what is happening to that part as you've shared that? Now let it know that you no longer need it to do the job that it's been doing, that it can now let go and disappear, that there may be someone else out there that really needs that type of support now. but that you don't. Notice what is happening to that part. If it's not melting away or disappearing or getting smaller, ask it what it needs from you to completely go away. Allow it to share whatever it needs to and listen attentively. Now, reassure it that you can do this, that you have resources and support, and there's so much great guidance and information out there to make it happen, and that you've got this, that you can do this. Whatever it's asking from you, that it needs from you, if it needs to trust you, then tell it what resources you have to support you, to help you get it done. If it just needs a hug, give it a hug. And then continue this conversation until it disappears, or it's almost completely disappeared. And now create an affirmation that is opposite to what it has kept you from taking action. Ideas of what this affirmation could be are something like, I am capable of building a thriving business of my own. I am getting clear on my business idea and prioritizing what matters to my soul. I can learn the structures and systems and take the steps necessary to build this business or this passion project. My voice and my message matters, and my clients are waiting to hear from me. I am grounded and can stay focused and take meaningful, inspired action towards my goals and desires. I don't need to be perfect to start. I can learn as I go. So, whatever your affirmation is, whatever affirmation you pick, take your time repeating your affirmation or your new belief now. Repeat it several times. Notice how it feels on your body. Try it on. How does it feel? And now let's take some time to integrate. Sometimes people feel like a big weight has been lifted off their shoulders, or like they're naked. If it feels uncomfortable, it's normal. You can integrate by rocking back and forth, side to side, or front to back, or by running your hands up and down your arms, all the way down to your hands, up and down, or even just by like hugging yourself. Maybe you hug and you rock at the same time. And do that for a few moments or a few minutes, whatever you need. And when you're ready, open your eyes and come back into this present moment. You can do this for each of your fears or limiting beliefs or whatever that thing is that is keeping you stuck. For every excuse that you find yourself making, and for every time you find yourself procrastinating, put that thought or belief or action or disaction, put it through this exercise to start diving deeper into what is really happening at the core. What is the core wounding or belief that is keeping you from starting your passion project or your business? Just the act of shining a light on it, of bringing awareness to it alone, that awareness alone starts to dismantle these beliefs. But it's really important that we create these new affirmations and new beliefs in place and start allowing those to integrate on our bodies. In the Launch Your Soul Based Business Coaching program that I am building, Breaking through limiting beliefs and fears and through procrastination and excuses is one of the first things we work on. The early weeks in this program are intended to focus on setting intentions, reprogramming limiting beliefs that are keeping you stuck in analysis paralysis. We're creating mindset shifts, and we're co-creating with your higher self and your guides, and using manifestation techniques to bring your business to life with ease. One very important thing that I have learned after being in business for myself for 10 years as a virtual assistant and online business manager, and now as a coach, is that simply moving through the motions of making a business work or building a business and running a business is not a matter of hustle and grind. Sure, that'll get you somewhere. That'll get you to take some steps. But that will only get you so far. In fact, hustle and grind is your quickest and surefire way to reach burnout. So if you think that you're going to build a business by hustling and grinding, it's probably not going to happen. It's only going to get you so far. Hustle and grind is not sustainable. Sure, there are times when you are in launch mode that you may need to put in extra time, but grinding your way through will only deplete your energy and lead to you not enjoying what you're doing. I've been there. I've done that. Even if your business was once your passion and lit you up, it could become a source of resentment if you're constantly hustle and grinding. This is why I launched, or why I'm creating, the Launch Your Soul-Based Business. And it's a different type of coaching program. This 12-week journey is designed to harness both the divine feminine and the masculine energies to create a thriving, heart-centered business. In the first half of the program, we're calling in your guides and your higher self to create. We are harnessing the divine feminine to bring in imagination and creativity and infuse your business idea with what your higher self truly desires, with your soul purpose. You will co-create with your own business spirit guides and your higher self. And I will guide you through this to go within to bring your own gifts and skills and message into the world. And in the second half of the program, we will harness the masculine energy to build the business foundation structures and processes to bring it all to life. We will build a new paradigm in this way and start to dismantle the old colonial capitalist patriarchy and their vision of what and how we should be doing business, which is usually hustle and grind, driving ourselves to the ground. You're going to build a business from your soul, from the inside out. I will guide you every step of the way through it all. If you are new to me or don't know my background, let me share a little bit about that with you. I worked in corporate America for 18 years. I got a business degree with the marketing major, and I worked as a product developer, product manager, marketing manager, and international marketing manager for nationally recognized consumer packaged goods brands and national retailers. I've collaborated with big names like Costco, Sam's Club, Target, Walmart, Rite Aid, CVS, JCPenney, Macy's, Nordstrom, Dillard's, Simon & Schuster's, and brands like Clinique and Lancome and major fragrance companies. I then had the opportunity to be a stay-at-home mom to my teenage boys. And it was in that process of being bored at home while the boys were at school that I decided to work online. This is back before it was popular. This is back like dating to like 2013. I started a part-time virtual assistant business that then turned into online business management. I quickly realized that the clients that were most attracted to me and that I enjoyed working with the most were coaches therapists and healers and intuitives and decided that that was my niche. Very early on, one of my coaching clients, one of my clients who was a coach, basically asked me to take an online program to learn how to start a podcast, so that I could start a podcast for her while she still worked her 9 to 5. And of course, I quickly jumped on the opportunity because I love to learn new things. And so I've been helping coaches, therapists, healers, and intuitives for 10 years to keep their businesses organized, helping them clear their inboxes, run their events and online programs and courses, create social media strategies, create graphics for social media and podcast covers and workbooks, and creating websites and lead magnets and sales funnels, and helping them start in their podcasts and produce them. Basically, I've been involved in all the parts of them running their businesses. Not only was I running my own businesses, but I was helping them run their businesses as well. And on the personal side, I am deeply into personal growth. And I've been going through my own awakening journey, which is what I share in this podcast. Something that I was deeply drawn to in 2018 was energy work. So in 2019, I decided to become certified in energy work. And after that first course, I've taken a couple more advanced energy healing courses. So I started offering energy healing as well because I saw the profound impact that it had on myself and on my sons. And I wanted to share that with others. I started to notice that during these healings, when I was giving healings to others or facilitating healing for others, I was receiving messages for that person. And I was, uh, so in 2023, just after going through a coaching certification program to become a life coach, I also took an intuitive master coaching program where I learned to connect with spirit guides and activate my own intuition at a deeper level, but also help others to connect with their spirit guides and activate their own intuition and connect with their higher self. So, after all of this learning and these journeys, I now have two businesses. One is an online business management and podcast production company where my team and I help clients run their businesses and start and produce their podcasts. And the other is where I offer coaching services, life coaching. My coaching method includes life coaching skills, intuitive guidance, co-creating with your higher self, and energy work. It's only natural now for me that I'm combining my coaching and mediumship and business experience to build this 12-week program, Launch Your Soul-Based Business. This program is my life's work. According to my astrological birth chart, I am here to help people get organized and build structures in their businesses. And as a manifesting generator in human design, I have the ability to simplify things, to organize, and to make things very easy to understand and follow. And that's been my experience. So I'd love to share with you more about what this group coaching program entails. This program, first of all, this program is for you if you are looking to create a business that is rooted in purpose and service. If you want to start your entrepreneurial journey, but need guidance on where to begin. If you have a calling to offer your gifts and services to the world in a way that aligns with your soul's mission. If you have felt lost in a whirlwind of ideas, constantly learning but never feeling ready to take action, you crave a clear path to turn your ideas into reality. You have been overwhelmed by information overload, seeking clarity and focus to filter out distractions and prioritize what truly matters. You're tired of chasing perfection and are ready to confidently share your unique gifts, trusting that you have enough knowledge to get started and grow along the way. You are eager to build a new paradigm infused with divine feminine energy, co creating with your higher self and transforming outdated systems along the way. If this is for you, let's keep talking. It's a 12-week program. I'm still building it, so this could change slightly, or the weeks may move around maybe, but I'm still finalizing and building it. So, but here's what the breakdown looks like right now. In week 1, we start with intention setting, manifestation, and mindset work. We start by calming your mental storm and setting clear and powerful intentions for your business development and personal growth. We'll also explore the mindset shifts you need to fully step into the role of soul based entrepreneur and apply manifestation techniques. In week 2, we identify your purpose and your niche. We clarify the deeper purpose of your business with the help of your guides and your higher self, of course, discovering your unique gifts and who you're here to serve. Whether you're a coach, a healer, or you're providing business services, this week will help you identify your ideal clients and your niche. Week 3, we will clarify your message and branding. We will craft a clear, authentic message that resonates with your audience. Create a brand that reflects your values and the impact you want to make in the world. Week 4 is about building your soul aligned offerings. We will design your offerings in a way that serves your clients while honoring your unique gifts. We'll also cover pricing and creating packages that are both soul aligned and profitable. Week 5 is about creating your magnetic online presence. We will develop the website content that authentically reflects your soul based business. You will learn the essentials of website content creation to create a space where your ideal clients can find you and connect with your offerings. Week 6, we will design your digital sanctuary. You will choose your website platform and learn basics of SEO to optimize your digital sanctuary, your website, for search engines. Week 7. Week 7 is implementation and integration week. You will focus on completing pending tasks, revisiting mindset work, and clearing blocks that may be coming up. This week is dedicated to catching up, refining your vision, and integrating what you've learned so far. It's important to have time to implement and to integrate and not just hustle your way through 12 weeks of of building and growing a program. This is what I call taking you through it step by step. So let's go through week 8. This is about legalizing your business. We will establish your business legal foundation, including determining its legal structure, whether you're going to be a sole proprietor or an LLC, registering your business, and understanding financial basics like taxes and profit and loss statements. Week 9, is about business systems and logistics foundations. We're going to set up essential systems for your business, such as, your domain registrations, scheduling, payment processing, project management. You'll also create processes that will support your ongoing operations. Week 10, we will use human design and astrology to magnetize your clients. You will learn to use your human design and astrology to align your content strategy and business approach. We will have a guest expert come in to guide you on using these tools to attract your ideal clients. Week 11 is social media strategy for soul-based entrepreneurs. You will share your journey and connect with your audience through social media. This week covers storytelling, content creation, repurposing, and developing a heart centered social media strategy. And week 12 is selling with soul. You will learn how to sell in a way that feels good. We'll dive into soulful sales strategies, overcoming fear around selling, and launching your offers in a way that feels aligned with your values. Now, what you'll receive is 12 weekly training modules, step by step guidance, videos dropped weekly to launch your soul based business. And these will be consumed on your own time. We will also have weekly live group coaching calls to ask questions and receive support and coaching and connect with other soulpreneurs in the program. You will have unlimited support from me via Voxer communication for ongoing support, questions, and encouragement between the live calls. We will also have a private community where you can connect with other like minded women who are on the same journey, supporting and encouraging one another. You will have private coaching, one private coaching call with me, a session that is personalized just for you on whatever guidance you need in that moment. And then you'll have business planning templates, tools, worksheets to help you map out your business vision, structure your offerings, and design your online presence. You will have lifetime access to the recorded teaching modules as well as the recordings of our live calls so that you can revisit them as many times as you like. As I was putting together the content for this program, I pulled together some reviews that my clients have shared with me about what they had to say about, working with me and coaching with me. And I have to admit, I was caught off guard. I was caught by surprise. I've read through these before, but when I pulled these all together and grouped them together and read them all, I realized how impactful my work has been. So here's what they had to say about my work. Here's one from a life coach. I've paid the money, quite a bit actually, and taken two excellent classes on developing my pitch, an ideal client. Sonia, in less than an hour, you gave me much better examples, information, and help than in all of those two classes combined. I have always felt dread, been intimidated by the process, and not felt like I ever nailed it. Now, thanks to this call today, I'm excited, confident, and ready. I cannot thank you enough. This was completely superb and badass. And so are you, Sonia. Here's another one. Um, I love that I can count on Sonia to build. I'm sorry. I love that I can count on Sonia to hold space for my project in a way that feels warm and protective. She is not only super organized and knowledgeable, but she also sees the potential of my project. I'm very grateful for her expertise. Sonia walked me through launching from start to finish, and I can honestly say that this is the smoothest project creation I have ever experienced. This is from a photographer and human design expert. The next one is from a creativity coach. I love Sonia's attentiveness, helpful suggestions, and ability to deliver. I highly recommend you to connect with Sonia and be ready to make some powerful shifts in your business. I can't imagine making the progress I have made in my business without Sonia's support and encouragement. It's been worth every penny spent. And one last one. Oh, I guess that's it. This group coaching program will start mid-January 2025. It is going to be a very intimate group for this pilot program and will be by invite only. I'm looking for 6 committed women who are ready to step into their power and authentically share their gifts and message in a way that feels true to your soul while creating an impact in the world. One spot has already been claimed, so if this sounds interesting to you, please fill out the short application I linked in the show notes and schedule a clarity call with me. Let's chat and see if this is the right program for you, for your aspirations and your goals. I'm running an early bird offer for $500 off the program to those who enroll by November 25th, and I am offering a very flexible payment plan. As we come to the end of this episode, I want to leave you with this. The world needs your voice, your unique gifts, your perspective, your energy, your story. They matter. I know it can feel scary to put yourself out there, to step into the unknown, and to claim your place as a soulpreneur, which is what I like to call us entrepreneurs that work from the soul. But here's the truth. No one else can do what you're here to do in the way that only you can. There are people out there right now who are waiting for exactly what you have to offer. They're looking for someone who speaks their language, who understands their struggles, and who can guide them in a way that only you can. Your soul-based business isn't just about you. It's about the lives you're meant to touch and the ripple effect you will create. I want to remind you that you don't have to have it all figured out to start. In fact, you don't even need to have your business idea figured out. You don't have to have every piece in place or feel 100% confident. The most important thing is taking that first step, trusting that each step will reveal the next. And you don't have to do it alone. That's why I created the Launch Your Soul Based Business program to help you navigate this journey with clarity, confidence, and support. In this program, you will gain the clarity about what your business should be. You will receive those messages directly from your higher self and your business guides. If today's episode resonated with you, I encourage you to take a few minutes to apply and book a clarity call with me. Let's just explore if this program is the right next step for you, and let's chat about it. Remember, beautiful souls, amigas, your gifts are needed now more than ever. The world is ready for what you have to share. It does not matter what age you are, if you're in your 40s or your 50s, even better. So take that first step, however small it may feel, or however big and scary. Trust that you are exactly where you're meant to be. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. If you found this episode helpful, I'd love it if you share it with a friend or leave a review. It helps more women like you find this space, find this program, and step into their purpose with confidence. Until next time, stay aligned, take inspired action, and remember you are worthy of manifesting the business and life of your dreams. Go to sonia-flores.com/soul business to find more information about this program and fill out that application. I look forward to chatting with you and making you bring your vision to life. Hasta la próxima.